Siobhan. Thank you for tuning into my channel. If you all have not already done this, please like, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that way you can be notified when I make new videos. But to everyone that's already subscribed, I appreciate y'all so much. Yo, it's mad hot. I low-key want to turn my AC on, but it's so freaking loud that I know once I turn it on, you won't be able to hear anything that I'm saying. So I'm like, I gotta just kind of bear through this. But I'm also like happy as hell that it's towards the end of summer. I said it. I know people are like, what you mean? Like, no, I want the summer to last. Listen, I love the sunny weather. I love that there's more things to do, but I can't fuck with the humidity. Maybe I need to move to like Arizona and some shit like that, but like in New York and our humidity is so annoying. Like, it's draining. Like, I feel like I don't want to do anything. When it's like this hot out, like I'm lazy. Like, I would literally lay in my bed till like maybe like 1 o'clock. And that's not me. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm ready to get up and go and do like mad stuff. So yeah, for me it's just, I don't know, it's different. I'm just like, not that I like the cold. I don't like the cold. Don't get it twisted. Like, I like the in-between seasons, like spring and fall, when it's just like, it's like, you know, not too hot, not too cold. It's like perfect. Like, that's my favorite kind of like weather. I don't really have like a specific topic that I want to talk about because it's just gonna be like so many things that I want to say. I've been having so many conversations with people lately about a lot of things. And this is also why I recommend people to check out my podcast, because a lot of the things that are like just happening now, I've already spoken about in my podcast. You know, I've talked about the age of Aquarius, where, you know, I don't know how many people are into astrology, and that's cool if you're not, but it's so vital to know about astrology because, yo, you'd be so surprised how a lot of it is connecting with everyday life. I'm not telling you to dive deep into it because, I mean, it gets really deep and it's a lot. But going to the age of Aquarius, when you think about the sign of Aquarius, with that particular sign, it pretty much talks about, or they represent humanitarianism, they represent technology, they represent discovering the truth. Very similar to Sagittarius, where Sagittarius, we're truth seekers, but we're kind of like in the sense of seeking truth as far as like higher knowledge and like wisdom. Whereas Aquarius, it's just like they want to uncover everything. They don't want to leave anything left to the unknown. They want to know. So it's kind of like everything that's like swept underneath the rug, they're gonna pull it out. Which is why it's so much things that are being pulled from underneath the rug right now. It's just like every little last thing that people were silent on is now being talked about. And I'm here for it. Like, I'm all here for it. Like people don't understand, like, this is the beginning stages of change and how it happens. You know, you gotta be open to it. We gotta be able to discuss it. We gotta be able to acknowledge the fact that something is wrong and we need to figure out how we're gonna change it. I'm sorry if like all these sounds are gonna be like super loud on my video. Like, unfortunately, like, that's just New York City life. I don't care if it's broad daylight or nighttime, like, it's just gonna be loud. It's, yo, I'm so, you know, it's crazy. Like, normally, like, I don't even hear these things, but because I'm doing a video, like, and I'm well aware of like everything that might make this video like go left, I'm just like, okay, I gotta acknowledge this shit, just so you know. But whatever, I'm sure it's fine. You can hear me or whatever. But yeah, so Aquarius, like, you know, they're more than just truth seekers though. They're gonna uncover like even the darkest of things. They want to know about things that are like taboo. They want to know about it all. So all these things are definitely going to come to the light. And it's good because we need to talk about it. And people have to understand, like I say all the time, the world that we grew up in is changed. You gotta, you know, you think about your parents, like the way they grew up, their lives is so different from ours. They think we're crazy, yo. Our parents, like, come on, like, especially if you got like an old school parent, like I got an old school Caribbean parent. They don't understand us. They think we're crazy, yo. And, you know, I've been saying for a long time that, you know, I was talking to my homeboy the other day. I was like, you know, millennials specifically, our generation was the beginning, pretty much the beginning stages of a lot of changes happening. You know, I feel like, so before the age of Aquarius was the age of Pisces, where Pisces are more kind of like dreamers and like it's kind of like accepting things for what it is, you know, like, oh, you have to go to school, you have to get married, you have to have kids, you have to like work till you're dead. You know, it's kind of like, oh, this is what life is. Men are supposed to do this, women are supposed to do that, you know. There's just an accepting, there's no questioning it. It's just like, this is what life is and this is what we're gonna do. That's like our parents' era, and even generations before that, you know, that's just how your life was. You were just going to live it no matter what. Even if it didn't feel right with your soul, most people were still just going to accept that, and just, that's it. So here comes my generation, where we're like, not everyone, but, you know, a lot of us are just like, I'm not sure if that's what I want. I don't want to like work a government job and like have a, you know, just kind of like that be it, you know, like, it, because it doesn't seem fulfilling. Like, I want to do something more on my own. Like, I don't want to work for people. I don't want to be told what to do necessarily, you know. Like, I want to be able to have my own business. I want to be able to make an impact in this world based on something that I desire, something that like drives me, you know. I don't want to just settle. Like, our generation, we're not about settling, which also kind of like raises like so much issues in that as well, which is why like people don't even do relationships like that much. My generation, like we don't really do relationships. We try to find different labels for these things to avoid what we might have seen our parents go through, you know. Like, they've been in these long lasting relationships, and while they think that we are suffering because we can't have long lasting relationships, the reasonings are very different, you know. Like, I feel like, me personally, I feel like the reason why relationships don't last is because circumstances are very different. Like, back then, women weren't really like trying to, you know, educate themselves, or like trying to like work whatever jobs to, you know, make it on their own. You know, they were just okay with accepting the fact that the man was going to go to work and they were just going to be in the house and take care of the house, whether that was cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids. That was what they accepted, you know. So you got to look at it in terms of, if you don't have any other means or ways to be able to survive or even get by, especially if you have children, how are you going to go anywhere? Like, you're not going to be encouraged to want to like do anything. You're going to feel like you have to be stuck to this person, because how are you going to make it without them? Where are you going to get your money? Like, you know, if there's not that many jobs out there for women, like, what you going to do? What are you going to do? So circumstances is different. And sometimes you can't really listen to the older generation. You do, but you can't always, because a lot of it comes from envy, and they don't even know it. I feel like the generations, you know, as they get older and go further, like there's a lot of like envy and animosity and confusion as well, because it's like, I couldn't do that. Half the things that we do, they couldn't have done. And a little bit of it is just like, damn, like what? But then some of it is, I'm pretty sure, is like, yo, like, I can't even, what can I really say? Because, you know, what would I have done if I had choices? You know, I'm pretty sure they think about these things as well. So circumstances are very different, you know. But I truly believe that millennials, like our generation, was the first to say, nah, like, yo, there's got to be more to life than just what y'all just have set in store. Like, that's too structured, you know. We the rebellions, yo. We the rebellions of the generations. However, I feel like that puts us on a very far end of the spectrum, and keeps generations before that on another end of the spectrum. So there's no in the middle, there's no balance. That's the issue. There's no balance right now, you know. Everything is completely out of whack. So I think that in order for the balance to happen is the future, the children, you know, like the generations to come. Like, if you pay attention to children today, like, they even have me shook. I'm like, I feel like these are like little baby geniuses or whatever. Like, they're so knowledgeable. You know, obviously, like, in a sense, it's kind of thanks to, like, technology. Like, all the information you need is just at a push of a, you know, of a tablet or your phone or whatever. Like, you can have a whole world of information just by typing a question in. You know, we didn't have that growing up. It was kind of like you either had to make your own assumption or you had to ask. And if you're asking the generations before you, again, if they have this set state of mind where it's just like, this is what it is, how are you gonna even go up against it? Like, you just kind of like, you don't have any resources or information to like really go up against it. There's like not enough, you know, going on. But for these future generations, yo, they gonna change. They gonna change the status quo. This is why I say, like, a lot of things that, you know, as a black person, I want to like scream and shout and be like, yo, it's fucked up what's happening to, you know, black men being killed. It's fucked up, you know, how, you know, women, specifically black women, are being treated. Like, yo, like, especially in the media, like, yo, we're not being heard. People don't really listen to what we gotta say until it's like damn near too late. It's fucked up what's happening to the environment. It's fucked up what's happening to like animals. It's fucked up what's happening on so many different levels, you know. I've personally taken a step back because, and I know this phrase is so common, but like, I've been woke. Like, I've been woke. I've been woke since I was 21. I've had so many traumatic things happen at 21 that has like kind of forced me to look at life from different angles. And I'm an optimistic person, so I'm like, yo, this can't be it. And I went searching, and I'm so grateful for all the spiritual people that I've come across along my journey, because yo, I don't know who I would be without them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have all these resources and these people in my spirituality to turn to for the answers. You know, like, there's a lot of people walking around confused, depressed, and all these other things because they just don't have the right people in their lives or the right tools to provide them the understanding that they need. You know, like, we're deeper than just human beings. Like, yo, we all have purposes on this planet, and everybody's fight is gonna be different. Like, no one should be coming down on people for where they're at in their journey and where they're not at. You know what I'm saying? Like, because on my social media, I don't really, I go back and forth. You know, sometimes I'm radical. I want to post about, you know, Black lives. I want to post about, like, you know, the well-being of the planet and everything. I go back and forth. But people got to understand, I've been doing this shit since I was 21. I've been going super hard, and no one was listening back then. Now everybody's in tune because they don't have a choice. Now they're starting to see what the fuck I was talking about before. Like, and it's just like, listen, I don't want nobody telling me nothing, because all I got to say is, where y'all been when I was 10 years ago figuring all this shit out? And I ain't judging nobody, like, and I don't want to be judged either, because the truth is, like, this is a lot to take on, and at points you got to take breaks. You got to know in your heart and soul, it's us pretty much against whatever, you know. But at the end of the day, you got to know when to take a break, because the last thing you want to do is like fill your cup up so much that, you know, like, I don't want to see people depressed because they think that, yo, like, everything seems to be doomed. Because, you know what, in the midst of it, it's gonna seem that way, because it's a lot of stuff that has to be dug up. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of unlearning that people gotta unlearn, you know. And we're like in the beginning stages of all these changes. The truth be told is the future. They're the ones that's gonna kind of like really carry it out, and it's gonna suck because a lot of people unfortunately gonna have to like go, and a lot of people gonna have to suffer, like, a lot. And it's a part of the process, you know. I was gonna get specific about my video today. I was going to talk about, like, strictly like the fact that I hate how men and women are so separated from each other, especially in the Black community. But I decided that like, yo, maybe I should talk about this on a more spiritual level and get a little bit more broad with it instead, because all of this relates. Like all these struggles and battles, they all relate whether we see them or not. People don't understand that, like, yo, to have knowledge and facts is a good thing. You're gonna need some people around you that have all the knowledge and all the facts. You know what I'm saying? Like those you gonna need that in this realm. But I think the goal, the end mission, is spirituality, because the truth is all of this is connected, from black, white, animals, the environment. It's all connected, and when any of it goes out of whack, everything gets fucked up. That's what's happening right now. When things go so far out of control, this is what's gonna happen. And one thing I feel is that, yo, when there's a lot of evil, yo. It's a lot of evil in this world. It's a lot of evil forces, yo. It's a lot. It's so much deeper than what we are seeing. That is crazy, yo. It's absolutely insane. People gotta understand that. Like, it's deep. It's like what I was gonna say. Somebody just sent me a text and it threw me off. But I was gonna say that, like, when think about like all these movies when you got like evil people, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they reign is starting to come to an end, they don't just give up easily, yo. They throwing out all the stops. And that's pretty much what you're seeing. The evil does not go down without a fight, you know? So it's gonna be a lot, you know? But I do feel that through the midst of everything, like, don't forget to take care of you, because you're on your own spiritual journey as well. And it's more important, not that it's more important, but it is important that you see through your purposes, you know? I hope that makes sense, you know? I feel like I really started this off wanting to talk about something else, and then I just was like, something told me, nah, let's talk about it like this. So I was like, okay, cool, this is what I'm gonna do. So I really hope everything I said made sense. And let me know what y'all think. Like I said, keep sending me questions, comments, and things that you think I should talk about on my show. And my whatever you want to call it. Send me questions, comments, concerns, because I would love to talk about whatever people want to hear. Thank you guys for listening. Y'all take care.